Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed.com. Today we're excited to be here because we're going to be showing you the Casper Wave mattress. Now this is the second mattress that Casper released, and that's an important number because when Casper came out, you may recall, their marketing was all about one perfect mattress for everyone. Now that's a concept that we've been saying from the beginning is not accurate. There's no such thing as one perfect mattress for everyone. And we're excited to see Casper acknowledging that, realizing that, and coming out with a mattress that has different characteristics designed to suit different needs and preferences. We're excited to show it to you. Stick around. One thing that's important to most mattress shoppers is the overall level of softness in the mattress. And in the case of the Wave, we classified this as about a medium level of softness. Now, if you've watched our review of the original Casper mattress, you'll note that this is a little bit softer than that one. We classified that one as a medium firm, meaning just to the firmer side of medium. And the other interesting thing to note about the softness of this mattress is that it will vary a little depending on where you are on the mattress. Specifically, it's a little softer at the foot and the head than it is in the middle. And we'll talk more about that in the review. But the overall effect in terms of the softness is what we'd classify as a medium. So now let's dive into the construction of the Casper Wave mattress. And this is really one of the more novel and unique mattress constructions that we've reviewed. And you can notice right off the bat, something that stands out is these channels cut into the support layer. And then these smaller channels here cut into the transition layer. That certainly is the kind of most unique aspect of this, the fact that there's something different happening here in the foot and the head of the mattress than what's happening here underneath your heaviest parts in the middle of the mattress. But let's start by going through the layers. We'll start at the top with a 1-inch layer of what they call flow foam, which is basically a super soft polyurethane foam, just almost no resistance at all. Then below that, you've got 1.5 inches, or in the case of the one we have here, it's about 1.25 inches of latex. It's a 50% natural blend latex. And it's also has some softness, although we might characterize it as sort of like a medium level of softness in this latex. And then you have sort of a similar level of softness in this 1.5 inch layer of memory foam below this, which has kind of a medium response time, not super quick, but also not super slow responding memory foam. And then you have below that this 1.5 inch transition layer, and this is a much firmer layer than anything above it. You can see here, it's a polyurethane foam that's definitely got a lot of firmness to it. And then on the bottom, you have the support layer, which also has kind of a similar amount of firmness to it. And that's of course where the bulk of the support is coming from in the mattress. But now let's get into these channels. There's a couple of things I want to point out. I already mentioned that something different is happening in the sort of ends of the mattress, which presumably as you rotate your mattress, either end could be what's underneath your shoulders. And the idea is that here they've cut out channels, the deepest of which are right about where your shoulders would be, kind of that distance from the end of the mattress. And so the idea is it's similar to the way some mattresses use convoluted foam to kind of add some softness. They've carved these channels out to allow your shoulders to sink a little deeper into the mattress and thereby ease some of the pressure on your shoulders when you're sleeping on your side. And we'll of course talk more about that in the pressure relief section of the video. And then under the heaviest part of your body, which is for anyone, your hips, they have carved out smaller channels, and what they've done is they've put in those channels what they call like an elastic polymer. And it does sort of feel like a gel of some kind, almost like a bike seat or an insert in your shoe type of thing, although it's a little softer than that, almost like a saltwater taffy type of a feel to it. And these things, they're glued into the foam, and they run the entire width of the mattress. And they definitely do have some stretch to them, you can tell, so that what they're doing is they're providing some firmness underneath that heaviest part, as well as a little bit of elasticity to just kind of keep your heaviest parts from sinking too deeply into the mattress. So those things, those aspects we find to be very novel in their construction. And again, we'll talk more about the effect they have on your experience later in the video. And then of course, all of that is wrapped in a cover, which is thicker than the original Casper mattress cover. It's definitely got more substantial feel to it. We can tug at it, and not that we didn't think the original Casper mattress cover was substantial, but this one's more like a really thick sweatshirt is kind of how it feels. And it's got a nice softness to it as well. So there you have it. That's the construction of the Casper Wave mattress. So now let's get into the two things that absolutely everyone must get from their mattress, which are back support and pressure relief. And we'll start by taking a look at me on my back, which is the position that I predominantly sleep in. And for context, I'm about 6 feet tall, not quite 200 pounds. And what you can see is that in this position, my back is very well supported. My hips are able to sink into the mattress just a little bit, but not too much that I'm getting any kind of hammocking. My lumbar, that curve in the lower part of your spine, is being well supported, so I'm in a nice neutral alignment throughout my spine. And overall, I did not have any issues from a back support standpoint in this position. I'm going to flip over to my stomach and show you this. This was the position where going in I had the most concerns, just because of the softness in these top layers. I was worried that I might have a little hammocking, which can cause some overarching in this position. But I did not experience that. Overall, I think that the reinforcements that were added to the middle third of this mattress must have been doing their job in terms of preventing that. So overall, I was pretty pleased with the spinal alignment that I got in the stomach position as well. I'm going to switch over to my side, and now this is the position where really you have to think about two things here. Now it's not only the spinal alignment, but you also need to think about pressure relief in this position, because this is where your weight is distributed over the smallest surface area. And so your hips and your shoulders are particularly susceptible to pressure points. And really the shoulders is where, for me, I'm most likely to experience pressure points. And this is where I was impressed with the effectiveness of that rather novel construction that we talked about earlier. Your shoulders, is particularly relative to, just as an example, of the original Casper mattress, your shoulders are really able to kind of get into the mattress. And that allows the spine, particularly the top part of your spine, to really stay in a nice neutral, proper alignment, instead of having kind of like an up tilt as you get closer to the top of the spine. So that was very effective in regards to spinal alignment, as well as with regards to pressure relief, because it also kind of enables the pressure on your shoulders to dissipate a little bit. It's a little bit more softness, allows you to access those soft comfort layers on the top. And I got really good pressure relief from this mattress on my side, which is the position I spend like the second most amount of time in. So overall, I was pleased with the back support and pressure relief in all three positions. And in general, when I think about the applicability of this to other types of people, I kind of feel like Casper probably got a little closer to the idea of that one perfect mattress for everyone with the Wave than they actually did with the original Casper mattress. If I have one concern, it might be people who are significantly heavier than me, only because it's a little bit harder for me to predict what they're likely to experience. I do think it's possible that there could be some overarching of a heavier stomach sleeper. It's also possible that a heavier side sleeper could kind of bottom out and get some pressure points in their shoulders. But I couldn't say that for sure. And what I could say is that overall, I think that most people who are around my size or lighter this is likely to be a pretty good fit from a back support and pressure relief standpoint and meet your needs. Next, we're going to get into some of the characteristics of the mattress that are more preference-based. And by that we mean things that can be one way or another, neither of which is better or worse. It's just a matter of your personal preference. And the first of these we call responsiveness, which is the difference between kind of quick response bounce or slow responding memory feel. And we're going to start with the memory feel because this is a mattress that a lot of people are going to classify as memory foam mattress because it doesn't have springs and because it does have some memory foam. But the first thing we can show you is that there's not a whole lot of that sort of slow responding memory feel in this mattress. In fact, when I'm on the mattress, I really can't feel it at all. I would say I feel it even less on this mattress than I do on the original Casper, which is probably because there's an extra inch of foam and a little thicker cover between me and the memory foam on this mattress than the original one. So overall, there is an 1.5 inches of memory foam here, but it's not really enough to give the mattress like a memory feel. Let's switch to the bounce though and see that side of the coin. We usually start with the surface of the mattress and just kind of show you the surface bounce that you'd experience with like this amount of pressure. You know, there is some surface bounce, and basically it's my fingers bouncing off the latex layer 1.5 inches or 1 inch down in the mattress. Again, probably a little less than the original Casper because you have that 1 inch of super soft foam on top of the latex, but nonetheless, some amount of surface bounce. That same layer of latex is going to be a big part of why a 16-pound bowling ball bounces up to the degree it does. I'm going to just show you the foot of the mattress versus the middle. Neither of them bounces up that much, certainly not nearly like a mattress with springs, but more than a mattress that you would typically consider to be a memory foam mattress. Likewise, I'm going to take my full 200 pounds and kind of plop it down and show you the deep bounce. Again, really no bounce whatsoever when it comes to my full 200 pounds. And that's because at that point you're testing the bounce of that bottom foam core, which really has very little in the way of bouncy properties. So overall on balance, we would put this mattress probably towards really close to the middle. But if anything, I might put it just a little bit towards the bouncy side rather than towards the memory side, just because there's so little memory feel to speak of, and the latex near the top does provide just a wee bit of bounce. The next preference-based characteristic that we're going to talk about is cushioning depth, because some people prefer to sleep more in their mattress or be kind of hugged or cradled by it, and some people prefer to float more on top of their mattress. And this is another area where the Wave differs a little from the original Casper mattress in that it has a little deeper cushioning. What we noticed on the original Casper mattress was that it had more of a floating on top of the mattress kind of a feel, a little bit shallower cushioning. And what we notice here is probably a little deeper than average cushioning. And this is one place where the memory foam, you do notice it a little bit. I don't get the sensation of the memory feel or the slowly melting into the bed, but I do notice that if I'm in one position for a couple minutes, there is a little bit of sinking into the bed that happens over that time period. I only notice it when I kind of check back in a couple minutes later versus when I first laid down. And what that is that the heat of your body is reaching the memory foam, which is 2.5 inches down in the mattress, and as it activates that memory foam compresses a little bit. So when you factor that in, and you're actually laying on the mattress, you're definitely feeling a sensation of being a little bit more hugged or cradled than you are on the original Casper mattress. A little bit more closely conforming to you as well, and you can see that as well with the bowling ball too, just in terms of how much it sinks in. Now it's obviously got a different weight profile than I do, but overall we characterize this as slightly deeper than average cushioning. So now let's switch gears to things that we call priority-based criteria, which means things a mattress can be better or worse at that may or may not be a priority for you. The first of these is motion isolation. And we're gonna drop this bowling ball to test this. Again, just a 16-pound ball that we're dropping to see how that affects our bowling pin partner over there. And you can see the bowling pin does not tip over, which is a really good sign. And that's because of the all foam construction, which really absorbs a lot of the activity and doesn't transfer it very much at all. I'm gonna also just plop my full 200-pound frame down, and you can see that even that doesn't tip over the bowling pin. So overall, this mattress has excellent motion isolation. One thing that can be important to some people is the ease of repositioning. So we want to take a quick look at this for you. Overall, although this does have deeper cushioning and some amount of memory foam, we don't get too stuck in this mattress. I would say the ease of repositioning isn't quite as good as on the original Casper, but the latex at the top of the mattress does allow you to move without too much difficulty. So unless you're someone for whom repositioning is a real big challenge, I don't think it's going to be a problem for you on this mattress. Another important criteria for some people is temperature, particularly if you have a tendency to sleep hot. And on that front, what we can say is that there aren't any features of the Casper Wave mattress that are designed to keep you cool per se. And if I'm comparing this to the original Casper mattress, I would probably observe that on account of that slightly deeper cushioning in this mattress and the slightly closer conformance that you get here on the Wave, you probably are going to have slightly less of your body's surface area that's exposed to the air and thereby allowed to efficiently dispel heat on this mattress relative to the original Casper. And therefore, if you're someone who has a tendency to sleep hot, you might be slightly more prone to do it on this mattress than on the original Casper. That being said, I would say that overall, we don't expect that temperature is likely to be an issue for the majority of people on this mattress. There's not a lot of super dense foams right up near the surface, which is the kind of stuff that can really trap heat and keep you warm. And for what it's worth, the one data point of myself, I'm not someone who has a tendency to overheat, and I certainly didn't experience any kind of temperature-related issues when I was sleeping on this mattress. Another consideration for some people is edge support. So we always take a look at this in our reviews. And likewise, we often explain that edge support does not tend to be a signature strength of an all-foam mattress, and the Casper Wave would be no exception to that. As you can see here, I'm sitting in that center third of the mattress where those special reinforcements live, and even here, there's a pretty substantial amount of dip as I sit on the edge of the mattress. And if we just switch over to a prone position where I'm laying on the mattress, I always get my shoulder blade right on the edge just to be consistent. And I can certainly say that as I lay here, I feel like I can balance, but I'm noticing that my right arm is instinctively going over here to kind of give myself as much weight over there as I possibly can, because I'm decidedly feeling a sense of being kind of ejected slowly from the bed. So on balance, I would say edge support probably not a key strength of the Casper Wave. Another important consideration for some people is the degree of natural materials in the mattress, or maybe more so just the lack of harmful chemicals. And on the former front, this is not a mattress that really contains a lot of natural materials. We did talk about that 1.5-inch layer of latex being a 50% natural latex blend. But beyond that, there are a few things about this mattress that can offer you some reassurance on this front more generally. Number one, that latex layer, for example, is certified to the Okotex standard, and the other layers of foam are certified to the CertiPure standard, both of which are standards that look for the presence of various harmful chemicals as well as the off-gassing of those materials, and certifies that neither are present beyond some minimally acceptable threshold. A couple other things are that they do use a water-based glue that's certified by GreenGuard to adhere as an adhesive between the layers, and they also use a silica-based fire sock, as you saw earlier in the video, which is very standard amongst online mattresses. However, is certainly superior to alternative ways of meeting fire retardancy standards like chemical sprays and the like. So overall, those are certainly some things that can give you some reassurance on this front. One thing we get asked about more and more these days is adjustable base compatibility. So we wanted to just show you what the Wave looks like on an adjustable base in an articulated position. When we think about adjustable base compatibility, we always think about how well does it conform to the curves of the base? Is it going to damage the mattress in any way to use it on the base? And third would be, does anything kind of weird happen when you put this mattress, into an articulated position? In taking those questions in order, the first thing you're going to notice perhaps is that the foot of the mattress isn't really conforming quite to the base when we've got the feet elevated as high as we do. This is totally normal, particularly when a mattress is brand new and hasn't been used a lot on an adjustable base like this one. So over time, this will break in if you use it on an adjustable base a lot, but it's just something you should know. It's going to be like this when you first put it on an adjustable base. What I can show you is that this mattress actually does better than many do right out of the box in terms of holding its shape in this particular area of the base. So a lot of times you see mattresses lift up a lot here. So overall it does fairly well for a new mattress in conforming to the base. In terms of damage, this is a mattress that's designed to work on an adjustable base, so I wouldn't expect there to be any material damage to the mattress to use it on an adjustable base. And in terms of any kind of weird stuff, sometimes you see like bowing of foam edge perimeters. Sometimes you see weird clumping of fabric in the middle. Nothing really weird going on here having this mattress in an elevated position. So overall, we'd say this mattress is quite good at adjustable base compatibility. One thing people often want to see in our reviews is what to expect when the mattress arrives. So here is the Casper Wave mattress before we've even taken it out of the box. One thing we want to point out is this is about the same size box as the original Casper, but it's pretty significantly heavier. It's about 115 pounds. That being said, the advice is really the same in either case, which is it's generally a two-person job to move a box like this around. So now we're going to just show you kind of what it's like to take this thing out of the box and get it onto your bed. Okay, so there you have it, the Casper Wave mattress fully unboxed. That took maybe a minute or two longer than some of the other mattresses we unboxed just because of the weight. It's a little bulkier, there was a little bit more plastic wrapped around it, but all in all, still less than 5 minutes, so very easy experience. One thing we'd like to do right when we unbox a mattress is give you a quick read on kind of like any off-gassing that we may be experiencing. What I could say is that I'm definitely aware, even from like this distance, that we just unboxed a mattress, but it's actually not a particularly chemically smell to me. So either way, I'm not someone who's particularly bothered by those sorts of things, so I'm not maybe the best judge, but overall this is definitely not something that I find troublesome, and not something I find kind of out of the ordinary relative to other online mattresses that we open. Two things that are going to be important to just about everyone who's buying a mattress online are return policy and the delivery. In terms of the return policy, Casper offers a 100-night in-home trial, and if for whatever reason during that time you decide you don't like the Wave, you can return it and get a full refund. And one thing that's a nice bonus about Casper is they'll even actually send someone out to your house for free to come pick it up, which certainly saves you a lot of hassle in that scenario. In terms of the delivery, Casper's done something unique here as well, which is they're offering free white glove delivery with every Wave mattress. What white glove delivery means is that someone's going to actually show up to your house with the mattress, as opposed to just a UPS guy who's going to leave it at your doorstep. This person will come bring the whole thing into your bedroom, take it out of its packaging, get it all set up on your bed, and remove the packaging and everything so that you don't have to deal with any of that. Definitely we think this service would be useful. I mean, the mattress comes in a box, it's about 115 pounds. It's pretty heavy. It's definitely a two-person job to maneuver that box through your house, particularly if you have to go up a flight of stairs. So overall, we'd say that since Casper's offering this service as a free component of every Wave purchase, we'd expect that most people would take advantage of that and go ahead and have that white glove delivery. So those are a couple things that can give you a little extra reassurance when you're buying a Wave mattress. One thing that's important to just about every mattress shopper is value. When we think about value, we always think about how much does it cost, what's in it, and how long do we think it's going to last. In terms of the cost, the current price of the Wave mattress is $18.50 in a queen size, on top of which you can add an optional foundation for an additional $250. And both of those would be before any good bed discounts are applied. In terms of what you're getting for that, unfortunately, Casper chooses not to disclose any of the densities of its foams in the Wave mattress. And the reason that's important is we often use densities as the best indicator of how long the mattress is going to last. That being said, we can certainly look at the overall dimensions of the mattress and its overall weight and calculate kind of an average density, which is not perfect because different materials, you really want to know how that weight is distributed amongst the different materials because different materials have different levels of density that they require to meet certain longevity thresholds. That being said, based on the overall kind of average densities of this mattress, I do not think that Casper was trying to cut corners with this mattress. I certainly think that the densities of the foams in this mattress are substantially higher than they are in the original Casper, and I think that they are overall around the level that we would consider to be very good quality. I wish we had them so that we could be more definitive about that. In terms of the overall value and how this compares, a lot of times when we talk about value, we think about it in terms of kind of the mattress for your money, like how much mattress are you getting for your money? And that comes down to you're getting these types of materials for this amount of dollars. You can get those same materials in this other brand somewhere else, whatever. In that type of equation, probably the Wave is not going to size up as being an outstanding value. But that would also not capture some of the innovation that we do consider to be like genuine innovation in this mattress that fundamentally makes it work better, particularly from a back support and pressure relief standpoint, as we described earlier. So I guess overall, if we're thinking about value, we'd say if you're looking at it on a strictly mattress for the money standpoint, it's probably not going to be the best value out there. But if you're looking at it from the standpoint of the results, in terms of the back support and pressure relief in particular that it achieves, then we certainly do think that it's a good value. Just to sum up some of the things we've covered in this video, the Casper Wave is the second mattress from Casper. It is an 11.5-inch mattress with a medium level of softness. In terms of its construction, it kind of harkens back to that very first design of the original Casper mattress, in that it borrows that latex over memory foam with an all foam construction. But to that, it adds some more recent innovation that really helps it achieve better back support and pressure relief for a lot of people. Specifically, it added zoning to the mattress that allows your shoulders when you're sleeping on your side to sink a little deeper into the mattress and get a little bit better pressure relief and spinal alignment as a result. And it also added some reinforcements to the middle third of the mattress that prevent the heaviest part of your body, your hips, from sinking too deeply into the mattress. We talked about how as a result of those innovations, it's going to be pretty suitable for a lot of people, with the possible exception of people who are significantly heavier than me. Likewise, we also talked about how if you are someone for whom edge support, for example, is a critical consideration, this is probably not an ideal match for you. Or if you're someone who's looking for something a little bit more to one direction or another rather than something more in the middle. For example, something really soft or really firm, or something really bouncy or with a lot of memory feel. This mattress isn't really going to provide any of those, as it is more in the middle on those dimensions. But if you're looking for a mattress that has a medium level of softness, that has not really much bounce or memory feel to speak of, but has a deeper than average level of cushioning, giving you a little bit more that feeling of being hugged or cradled by your mattress, and one that has excellent motion isolation, and maybe most importantly, one that's going to deliver pretty good back support and pressure relief for a wide swath of people, and also one that you can buy online but actually offers free white glove delivery. And if all of the other criteria and considerations that we described in this video sound like a good match for you, then we certainly think that the Casper Wave is one that you should consider. So we hope you found this video helpful in determining whether the Casper Wave mattress is the right mattress for you. If you're still not sure though, you can go to goodbed.com and take our mattress match quiz, which you can find right up in the header of any page of our website. This quiz will walk you through all of the same criteria and considerations that we covered in this video, and ultimately will show you mattresses that best match your personal needs and preferences, both online as well as in the local stores in your area. In fact, after you've taken the quiz, you can even navigate to any product page on Goodbed, including for the Casper Wave, and see your personal match score for that product, as well as an explanation of how we calculated it. So we definitely think that that is a very useful resource that you should take advantage of. But in the meantime, that's all we have for you. We thank you for watching, and we really hope you sleep well.